You're
there.
standing.
Yeah,
Why are you standing?
standing energy, baby. Changes the whole vibe of recording.
Wait, were you standing last time?
Probably. Yeah, certainly. I don't like.
2 hours just standing there. This desk can go down. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean the desk can go down? Why does the desk do that?
Y'all don't have this? You don't have this in the
No,
UK?
no, what the fuck is this technology? What are you, what is going on? This is so fucking weird.
Yo, hello. It's Unicorn Hole. Welcome to the very first third episode of Down the Unicorn Hole. This is a show where I interview people who are awesome and who are at least vaguely related to Nintendocore. Our guest today is more than vaguely related. That would be Skylah Pendell, the artist formerly known as Go Eskimo. How's it going?
Spoiler, spoiler. All right.
Little-
Really tired. Really tired. My eyes are so black, like it looks like I'm an eyeliner almost.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
We won't really, sorry. Well, first of all, I wanted to say that I'm a huge fan of your music and that when I listen to your stuff, somehow something about your music, like the nostalgia in your Nintendocore, like the nostalgia factor, maybe it's just me, but it hits harder than like any other band. I don't know if it's like the synths that you choose or how they're kind of like reverby and the way everything's mixed. And then your lyrics are part of it too, I think. But when I listen to your music, I just get this like overwhelming crush of nostalgia. It's hard to even explain, but I love it. It's largely why I like Falador Massacre so much, even though I've never even played that game. You just create such an atmosphere with it.
Thanks. I mean, I would go into it, but I don't know. I just do it. You know what I mean? It's like if it was, I don't just fucking spit out gold. You know what I mean? I'm not just like blah blah blah, and it's amazing. It's like I'll do something, and I'm like that shit. I cannot release this. So
Okay.
you only hear the good stuff that's like that. You know what I mean?
Wanted to say before I ask any questions, normally I wear a shirt for the band that I'm interviewing, and I do own a Go Eskimo shirt, technically, but
Yes.
Skylah decided that just getting it to like the Southeast America was good enough.
Look, that's not my fucking fault, all right? That delivery boy
Mm-hmm.
said he'd give it to you. He drove 8 hours to come see me and acquire that,
But he can't drive.
and he
2
won't drive
hours.
like 2.
Insulting,
Nah,
frankly.
nah. He's peddled that fucking shirt, and he's fucking got some money for that. Cha-ching,
Yeah, it's
cha-ching.
gone.
I've got 2 in my wardrobe, which is right there, so
Awesome.
it's got your name on it.
We'll work it out, but you have to scratch out the name with a Sharpie. Anyway, before we get to that, start at the
Damn.
beginning. So let's start at the beginning. Tell me about the creation of the project and why you chose the name Go Eskimo.
Well, okay. Go Eskimo was basically a contingency plan for another band I was in. I love that band a lot, right? It was me, a guitarist, and a bassist. And honestly, it was really good. I feel like if given it another year or two, it could have been something like really big because like on my MySpace page, I had my mobile number and like at gigs, people would message me that I didn't know, being like, "Oh, are you playing soon?" I'm like, "Yeah, here's our shows," and it was really fucking cool. But then like one of the members became like disenfranchised, I'm not sure what was going on. I'm not gonna bring it up on a video, but if you want to read that, you can read the sort of lore if you follow up my discography on my band page. I've like left Bandcamp. Um, I've left like a little story of basically every album. You can discover it there because I'm not going to say it here. I don't want to badmouth him on video and then he comes and beats me up. Anyway, he became disenfranchised with the project and we went to play a show and he like left before and I was like, fuck. I was like, what the fuck are we going to do? Like, I can't just go on me and a bassist. That's going to be fucked. And I was like, okay, fuck it, we can. We'll just do all the synths and we'll just do the vocals. Like, it'll be cool. But he came back anyway, did it, and after that, I was like, I cannot rely on this guy anymore. I need to like be in control of everything. I can't rely on this motherfucker. If I want to do music, I need to make sure that I am controlling its destiny. He also then got a drummer in the band. Basically, like a fan was on our college campus and like had played it to some guy, and he was like, they don't have a drummer. Oh my god! And then he like asked to audition, and he did. That guitarist was like, so what do you think? Like, should we have him in? After the practice, I was like, yeah, that was cool. Like, let's try it. And he said, oh, good, because if you said no, I was gonna just quit there and then. And it just like
Cool.
rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, I don't fucking like this. Like something feels so fucking off. Like
Yeah.
I need to just make sure. So I started Go Eskimo like that evening, basically. I
Nice.
got it here actually. One sec. So I used to make music with hardware. This is my baby, which is like got all my songs. This is where I made all of my old songs. Yeah. So I that night I came home and I was like, right, I'm gonna write some songs for like my solo stuff. And actually, in my mind, it was gonna be like an Owl City type project, you know, like a
Mhm.
sort of more mellow thing. That's basically like how Ghostmo got created out of like necessity or
Sure,
fear that
man.
I was going to be out of the music business without my own volition. You know, just shunned by my bandmates, whatever. Anyway,
And then the name.
and yeah, the name. Yeah, they say stick to what you know. And the first memory that I can remember is being inside an igloo at like daycare or whatever. That's like the first thing I can remember like in life. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like I'm like a an Eskimo dude, you know? And so I was like, right, Eskimo. And then the go is just I needed something else that couldn't just be called Eskimo. I was like, that's a bit pretentious. But apparently go is the shortest possible sentence. So I was like, go Eskimo there, done. And then the colon is that was just for flair. But I actually think I might have subconsciously taken it from a band called Go Radio. They have the colon too, right? But I don't know any of their songs or anything. But sometime in the past, I was looking at posters for this band I used to like, and they had a support act called Go Radio, and I was like, oh, I was like, maybe I just subconsciously like took that in and applied it, but like, yeah,
Interesting. That's a pretty. I like that it's based on your like very first memory. Of
I
course.
like to, and I would never want to give that up ever for nothing, never.
But I will say, Go Eskimo. I
But
mean, has a damn good ring to it. But
yes, it does. But
one of the things you came on today to address.
yeah, I'm changing my fucking name. All right, Go Eskimo is henceforth dead. There will be no more music released under Go Eskimo. Sadly, I don't want to necessarily, but I also don't want to upset anyone. You know, it's like the name isn't supposed to be edgy or anything like. And I
Right.
don't want people to like be like, oh, what an edgelord. Like, how can he still be using something like that? So it's fine. I think it is good anyway, because I think I've dragged Go Eskimo through the fucking mud, to be honest. Yeah, basically, like EBEP, the Earthbound EP, is the first of the.
Why I selected this
Do you
shirt.
reckon? Well, that's why I feel like I've dragged my name from the mud a bit, because
Oops.
Go Eskimo is like supposed to be like a serious project, you know? Like it's supposed to be like good music. It's not like a fuck around thing. However, I'm a goofy ass motherfucker, and I just cannot stop being a goofball. You have these serious songs, like you said, with like the nostalgia and everything. You know, I feel like a lot of my music is quite sad sometimes. Like there are sections where it's like it's leaning towards like sad kind of minor keys and shit. And
Very
then you'll get some fucking
bittersweet.
happy song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Bittersweet is what I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
But yeah, then you get some songs like the Mac Pizza song, and it's like, what is that doing on there? What the fuck is that? Like, that's a fun little song, yeah. What the fuck is it doing in my discography? Like, get that the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It's like having Cradle of Filth do a song like that. It's like, yeah, that's fun, but just a one and done thing or stop. You know, I've got a whole fucking album, and unfortunately, it's like probably my most popular, well, my second most popular output. You know, from Go
Yeah.
Eskimo. Yeah, and the fucking thing about EVEP is it was meant to be like a non-serious thing. Like I made that on that video. Like I'd made the instrumental and I was like, this is really cool. Made a few more songs and then I made like I guess a comedy sort of song. And it was supposed to be that one video, but then it got shared to like Starman.net and Earthbound Central. And I was like, maybe I could capitalize on this, like get those Earthbound guys to me and then whoa, Bob's your uncle, that kind of thing. Now it's just sort of weird. Like, so Go Eskimo as an entity, I feel like has an identity crisis. Some people might look at it and be like, oh yeah, like MOZ, like that's the kind of music that it is, like quite heavy, you know.
Mhm.
Where some people might be like, no, no, it's funny with like goofy voices, blah blah blah. Because I have some people that like are like, when are you gonna finish EBP? Like even this
I
fucking year, you know,
Yeah, I
I've been
say
like,
that all the
finish
time.
EBP. I feel like it's just like I don't want to disappoint people. I don't want to fuck up everything. You know what I mean? Like I hate listening to artists that I have to pick and choose their discography because I'm like, this album sucks. This album's like different, and it's like I've just done the same thing. You know, I've done stuff that's too goofy and done stuff that's too serious, and now there's this weird dichotomy. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
ugh.
All right, that makes sense. Do you want to save the new name for the end? Give them a little hook, make them stay for the whole time? Or are you saving it for even later than that?
Let's just say the name now. So the name I've chosen to succeed Go Eskimo is Snow Pharaoh. Right? I am Snow Pharaoh henceforth. And the reason why it's Snow Pharaoh is it has the same like rhyming scheme as Go Eskimo. You know, Go Eskimo, Snow Pharaoh, same rhyming. The snow is to reference the old Eskimo name, and the Pharaoh is because I was like, oh man, I could just pretend I'm an Eskimo and everything will be fine. But then I was like, "Ugh, I'm not though. I'm not Inuit, so I can't do that, and that would just create a much bigger problem. Yeah. And so I was like, well, let's use my actual heritage. Let's use what's unique to me. And I was like, oh, I'm Egyptian pharaoh. Wow, snow pharaoh. Let's go. I feel like that's me. You know, it's like I was parading as Go Eskimo, so it's like snow pharaoh. That's oh, brilliant. I love it. So that's my
Very cool.
new name going forward.
If it, for what it's worth. Big approve from me. I like that it's got the same rhyme scheme. And then yeah,
Yeah.
now hearing the full story behind it, super cool. And then the snow in there still references the igloo memory. So
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's good.
very good evolution. I like that a lot.
Me
So
too. I'm
go.
glad you approve.
Yeah, awesome. It doesn't mean much. Again, my band name is basically Butthole, so don't know how much my approval means, but there you go.
I
Um,
should have worn your shirt.
no one's done it yet. You could have been the first. You got
I mean,
Cactus
there's
Jack.
still fucking time. There's still time. It's around here somewhere. I'm
Um,
gonna I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna fucking get it during this thing. I'm gonna need a pee break because I'm very hydrated, and during that pee break, I'm going to get the t-shirt.
hear that humble brag? Very hydrated. His pee, you
I
can't even
am.
see it when it comes out. You
It's
can't even tell if he's
invisible.
peeing or not.
It's viscous.
It's viscous,
Yeah,
like ketchup.
viscous piscus. That's my new band name actually. Viscous piscus.
All right, so to zero in on your discography, as far as I can
Yes.
tell, the first Go Eskimo release is Monopokey.
No, Monpokey.
Monopoke?
You fuck.
Huh?
Mon. Why is it? Where's the mono coming from? It's Monpokey. It's Pokemon but
Oh fuck!
reversed.
I added an O in there.
Yeah, did.
Oh shit! So is that in
Uh,
fact the first Go Eskimo release?
kind of. It's sort of weird. In that first band I was in, Midnight Carnival is the name of that band. Basically, we made music that was just synthcore. But then, like, I was big into gaming, so I started to make. I was like, oh, let's make songs about like video games. Like, that's cool. I had no idea that Nintendocore existed, so we was going. We said that we was like nerdcore. So if you look at old pictures of our band, there's like amps that say NXC on them, and some people might be, oh fucking hell, woo, okay, wow, this phone is fucking hot. So yeah, so we started making like those kind of songs, and I was really like passionate about it. I was like, oh, we should like, I want to make more video gaming stuff. And that's about the time that I discovered Pete's music, you know, like IMO and Monomate and shit. And I was like, oh fuck, like someone's already doing this fucking nerdcore shit, and it's called Nintendo Core. So then I sort of like recalibrated and was like, right, I'm gonna make music that's more like this, you know, like taking it to the max. I had this friend called Sean. It's actually a funny story. I'm gonna tell this quickly. So I used to wear like a lion hat, and in college I wore it all the time. And I'm walking down this hall, and this guy's walking towards me, and he has like a shark hat on, and I'm like, "What? Hold on," and he's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, who the fuck are you? And we just talk. We talk about music and stuff. And he's like, can you scream? I'm like, yeah, I can scream. And I was like, can you scream? He's like, yeah. And we went to like the fire exit, pushed open the door, and then he's like, let's scream. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, boo! And I'm like, fuck, I'm like, that's the best scream I've ever heard. We need to make music now. Do you like I Set My Friends on Fire? I love I Set My Friends on Fire. Boom! I Set My Friends on Fire t-shirt. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay. I'm like, this is great. I'm like, this is meant to be. Let's make a project now. And I'd had this name in my head for a band, which was Sea Anemone Season Enemy. And I was like, let's do that. He was like, yeah. He went home, right? He has a screen print and stuff. The next day, he comes up to college and he has this t-shirt, and it's like Team Rocket from Pokemon Yellow. Like, imagine a battle screen, and it's like Team Rocket here, and then the Pokemon is like a sea anemone, and it says sea anemone, season anemone. I'm like,
Jeez.
fuck! I'm like, we got band t-shirts already.
Damn,
Um,
dude.
and so he was really into Pokemon, so I was like, right, let's make a Pokemon release. There's this web comic. I thought it was called Monpoke, but it's actually called like Mokipon. I thought it was Monpoke. Anyway, so that's why that's the album name. Mokipon is like about this guy that doesn't want to be a trainer, sort of thing. Like he's sort of like, fuck Pokemon. I hate living in a Pokemon world. Sort of like juxtaposing that thing of like everyone's like, I want to live in a Pokemon world.
Right.
And I was like, that's cool. Let's make an album about this. Let's do like someone's adventure through Kanto, but hating it. You know. And Sean was really down with it. And so I just started writing some songs. The Lavender Town one came about first, which I think is like still, even though like the quality is really shit, like one of my best songs. Like it's really fucking cool. Like I feel like it's emotional. It's hard. It's sick. It's really like a Sea Anemone Season Enemy release, but the problem is that demo was meant for Sean to record vocals on as well. Like basically a guide for him. That's why that song is such low quality because it's just done really quickly. I still think it's good, but yeah, it's just meant as a guide for him because he has like the sickest fucking screams ever. Like he's so fucking good. Like I hear people that are good at screaming, but like they're always kind of quiet. I don't know, when he screams, it's like louder than anything. It goes louder than like someone yelling. It unlocks something, and you can hear him get into it because he's like, "Ugh," it's like fuck. It's like it's so good, man. Honestly, he's the best screamer in the world. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Well, so the answer was yeah, not a Go Eskimo release, but sort of. That was a springboard. That was meant for seeing enemies, sort of like beta Go Eskimo.
Yeah. I do love the story of y'all meeting, and it
It was
has
sick.
a stepbrothers energy. Did we just become best friends?
Yeah, dude, really, really, it was good.
Okay, so EBEP, as you call it.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think that might be the most Nintendocore thing that anyone has ever done. The videos that go along with it. It's like it
You
combines like
think?
a let's play and like almost like
Yeah.
review or like recap of the game, and then with original music. I think it's incredible. I love it. I understand why so many people were endeared to it.
See, I like it. I think it's cool, but like there are things that I would do differently, like lot of swearing. A lot of fucking swearing, mate. Because yeah, the when it was shared on Earthbound Central, they were like, "Oh, like warning, there's a lot of profanity," and I was like, "Is there?" And I watched the video and I was like, "Fuck, there is a lot of profanity." Not that I really care about it, but I just sometimes I feel like it just maybe overboard, you know.
Yeah. You were probably watching South Park and shit back then, like the rest of us.
I was watching it when I was like 8.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
used to ask my parents to tape it.
Hmm.
Like I was like, Mom, can you tape this show for me? Because it's on at like 12 and like my bedtime's 10. I can't really watch it. And she
Right.
was like, Of course, son. So in the morning they'd be like, Look, here's a VHS with your cartoon on. Watch it. And I'm like, brilliant. And then one day she was like, Why is it on so late? Like what the fuck? Like that's stupid. What a weird time slot. And then they decided to watch it and they were like, Fuck, what have we let our son watch?
Not just
But they were
let,
like,
but helped.
yeah, yeah, you assisted, mate. You assisted. They decided, fuck it, let's just continue to let him watch. Like
Damage
they
is
don't believe in
done.
like sheltering me. Yeah. Well, not even that. They were just like, you know what? He's learning from it. Like he's got to learn about this shit one day. Like if he doesn't learn it here, he's gonna learn it at school. So fuck it. And to be honest, like I think it did have an impact on me. Like I think I did learn a lot of like stuff.
That's fair. Yeah, I could see that for sure. How far did EBEP get like into the game?
It got to Toto, so the next song would have been Scaraba.
When are you finishing it? For all the people who are going to ask you anyway.
Probably not. Here's the thing, right? I wrote a lot of it beforehand. Then I kind of got like a schedule. I don't think I ever said like, oh, every Monday I release a new EVP, but in my head, I'd got a schedule of like, I need to get out now. I need to more, like go.
Hmm.
And so I sort of ended up like tripping up on myself, I guess. Some of the songs reused because I needed something, and I was like, here's an unreleased Midnight Carnival song.
Okay.
Let's just slap vocals on it. Like, which one is it? It's the one at the end. There's the one that's like, Jeff fixed the runner. We got to get the summers. Follow that fat ass Pokey image. Okay, well that is a Midnight Carnival song
Oh.
called FML that never surfaced for some reason.
We'll figure out which one that is and put the name at the bottom of the video.
It's Monotone Building and Monkey Caves for sure.
Okay.
100%. I'm locking that in.
You know, Earthbound is slowly. I think it's almost past cult status at this point. I think Earthbound is just like popular now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it's popular now? Maybe. With EBEP, it got to the point where I was like, I'd written a lot beforehand that was going to be on this album, but because the videos they sort of got repurposed, which is why like I'm not sure if you was like actively following me at that point, but like with the Delam thing, I released the instrumental before I had a video, so like I only had like let's say 5 videos out, but like I had Delam uploaded as an instrumental, and it was like labeled as track 18 because I knew how many I needed before then.
Okay.
And so it was like, whoa, look, there's that song. Like we're gonna get to that at some point. And when I got to that point, I made the Pokemon song, so you could be like, whoa, look, there's that. But like by the time I got to like Toto, I'm not sure if I was musically spent, but I was just. I think what happens is like that first part of the game, I really like vibe with, and it's like I can recall like everything from it, and
Hmm.
like it's just I know it so well, so it's just so easy to just like make a song and be like, oh, we need a bit where like in the Runaway 5 bit, like oh, we need them to like be rescued and like they need to give them money, blah blah blah, all that shit. Like
Hmm.
I needed to just I knew that like this part is gonna be for that, and then these sections. But when it gets to like Scaraba and even Toto, it gets a bit like oh like the first part of the game there's a lot going on so you can like divide it up, but like when you get to Toto it's like I don't want to skip over it,
Hmm.
but I don't want to like do something half-assed. It's sort of just like got a bit fucked, and I was just like I didn't really know what I was gonna do, like because it just kept getting bigger and bigger. I was like, yeah, I want to do
Right.
like the Scaraba thing, but I was like, oh, maybe I should do like a Dungeon Man song. Should I do like a Criminal Caterpillar song? Like, and it just I was like, ah, fuck, there's so much, and I don't know. I think I just sort of like
Burn out a
gave
little
up.
bit.
I say I think I was also getting like diminishing returns because
Okay.
again I feel like the first part of the game it's like playing Earthbound. Like a lot of people will play the first portion, like probably get to Foreside and then be like, eh, you know. If you're gonna jump ship, I feel like that's the point where they go, yeah, I think I've seen everything now,
I will
you know.
admit, the first time I ever played Earthbound, I dropped off at Fourside. Yeah.
Yeah, see, so I feel like people did that with EVEP. They were like,
Mhm.
great, we're at the fourth city and we have like fucking 50 songs.
So
Great, you
there's
know.
the answer. If you want him to finish EBEP, you have to get yourself a phase distorter and go back to the 2000s and support him better. Then it's your fault.
I mean, but fund me and I'll make it.
Okay. Even going forward,
Yeah,
if
that
you
can be what Ghost Quest for.
would
I'll
you
release that as
start
Ghost
over?
Quest.
Would you start over, or would you want to pick it back up if you decided you were going to go back into it?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, because the quality is fucking trash, dude. I think I would because technology has sort of come a long way, and I'll just remake them.
Okay.
Like it's easy enough. Like music that I've made, like I can make in seconds. It's fine. You know.
Hydrated, and
Um,
he can remake any song he's ever made.
but yeah, no. I would probably start again because To be honest, EBP was gonna be a lot better because I was gonna get additional voices. Like there was this girl that was meant to do the Paula voice, but I think she had a problem with her boyfriend, so like she just became very fucking busy around the time when I needed her, and I was like, let's just pitch up my voice a bit, and that
Yeah.
would be it. And then it sort of started the trend of like do other voices. Like I mean, I was
Mm-hmm.
doing other voices anyway, but like that was the really solidified it. I got some. While we're here, I might as well tell you about some behind the scenes stuff with Jeff's voice. Right, what I wanted to do was I wanted to give myself a cold so that when I sang, it would be like I've got a cold, because he lives in winters, And I was like, that would be a cool thing. And I was like, no one's gonna care. I was like,
Mad
no one's gonna
lad.
care that I'd sacrificed all this. I was like, let's throw water over myself and open the window and then go to bed. But I didn't. I did never do it. That was just a thought.
Mr. Jared Leto over here.
I had an idea for like, because I'm always looking out towards the future, like where is this going to go? And I was like, right, if it ever does, like, well, not if it ever does, I was like, I want to do some live shows, with like cardboard cutouts and shit, like a stage thing. So, because with EBEP, although there's music, it is sort of just like more like a musical, you know what I mean? You could have people on a stage coming in with costumes and shit, you know what I mean? Like there could be people dressed as the fucking sharks and they could do a little bit and I would be like, fuck you. PK, fuck you and shit. And I was just like, maybe I could get Sean to help me, but I'm not sure everyone else would. But that was just an idea I had, like if it ever went anywhere, like if it ever blew up, like,
Yeah.
I was like, I could do that potentially. But to be honest, I'm sort of glad it didn't anyway. Like, I wouldn't really want that to be my thing. Like, let's say like I blew up and became the EBEP guy. I feel like I would spend the rest of my life trying to chase that high and
Mm.
like, oh, let's do a Mario one. Let's do a fucking Kirby one. You know what I mean? Like, I'd suddenly be jumping towards franchises and it would become like disingenuous, where it'd be
Mm.
like, who fucking cares? Like EBEP exists because I like Earthbound. It's like it would then only exist because it would be like
The
I need
next step.
more content, but Earthbound's run out. That's the end of EP stuff. Closing thoughts. Give me money, and maybe I'll do it.
Okay.
Maybe.
There you go. I went up to bat for you, EBEP fans. Bat next.
I honestly have thought about just dropping one and seeing if people lose their shit, but I don't know. Is that Ness? Hat Ness. That's what I was gonna say. I have mine somewhere. I feel like I've looked around a lot for stuff that is not here but should be. I may have been robbed.
We'll grab it on the potty break if it's not gone.
Yeah, yeah, the potty break.
We're saving MFZ to the end because there's more to talk about, right? Okay. Falador Massacre. I just wanted to shout out. I mentioned it in the beginning, but yeah, when I listened to that the first time, it just like the way I describe getting hit by a huge wave of nostalgia is like I feel like I'm underwater. I feel like the weight of it just on me. It's very bittersweet.
Yeah.
I love it, but it also is like kind of sad. I don't know, but I've never played RuneScape. I know that's what that EP is about, but even having never played it, I feel the way you're supposed to when you listen to that. So I guess just tell us a little bit about that EP.
I love fucking RuneScape. I've played it since 2004, right? So like that's really early days because I think it
Years.
released in 2004 to us, like RuneScape 2, which is the version that everyone has played besides you. I think it came out in 2004. I joined I don't know exactly when, but definitely before Christmas because I got the Christmas yo-yo. I've always loved music and I've always loved combining music, I guess. I like songs that aren't just one thing. Like a lot of people are purists, like they're like, oh, I like metal or like reggae, like it's just one thing. Whereas I'm
Mhm.
like, let's hear like reggae metal and shit. Let's spice it up. So I've always been like, I want to make a RuneScape band. And like this has been a thought for years and years and years, but I just never had the like means or know how to do it. And I even made like song names and stuff, like of what I would call them. Like, yeah. The Pharaoh Massacre is basically Sea Anemone Season Enemy Part 2. Like that's a band that was supposed to be with Sean.
Okay.
And again, the Pharaoh Massacre, that album is a guide for Sean, which is why it is low quality. So it's yeah, same story. Because Sean's actually semi like RuneScape famous. He rolls or used to roll with a streamer, Grow Score. If you Google him, you'll see he's quite popular. But Sean used to be in his crew, and so yeah, I was like, this is perfect. Like Sean can scream. Sean likes RuneScape. Here's another thing we can do. Whoop whoop whoop. So yeah, I finally made it. Tutorial Island. I fucking love that song. That's one of the best songs I've ever made.
So what happened
It's
with Sean vocals on all these releases? Just timing didn't work out, or
it's just sort of difficult to record
he's too
vocals, I
loud? He
guess.
just breaks all your mic.
He is, honestly, he is. It's really fucking hard to be honest. He clips the mic like a motherfucker. And I'm like, and it's really odd because we once took it took ages for us to get this mic set up because we couldn't work out how to get him close enough to be heard that he wouldn't clip the mic, but not far enough back that it would sound distant.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause suddenly you're getting like, I was like, well, step like that much away from the fucking like mic, you know,
Hmm.
and it like you'd hear the room and there'd be this reverb, and it
Right.
was like, fuck, like it was just, I don't know. And although the solution would be to like, turn it down, everything we tried was just like fuck up. Like I don't know,
Jeez.
it fucked up, and it like it's hard because with my vocals, like I get on the mic, and if I'm too loud, then I'll like turn down the gain. It just wasn't working with him. You know, I know my way around a fucking USB mixer, and it just my tactics weren't working with him. But either way, that wasn't why we didn't do it. It's just because at the time we were in college together. When we did Monpoki, we were in college, and like he would stay over my house, and we would like record and shit. But when it came to Pharaoh Massacre, we're just busy, just fucking really, really busy, you know. During Monpoki, it's like we would do nothing all day, you know. We'd be like, fuck it, let's just relax, blah blah blah. But now people have like, he does especially has like has to fucking work, you know. He has to pay off a fucking house and shit. So it's very difficult to be like, do you want to come and record like a song about RuneScape? And it's sort of
Yeah.
like, yeah, but like when I get some time. And it
Right.
just never came to like, if I asked him, we probably could like do something. Our projects together like dreams, you know. It's like we lay together and we're like in the grass, and we're just like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if we could do this and this? And we're like, yeah. And so like you see like glimpses of those ideas in like the
Okay.
videos we make and like the songs we make, but nothing ever comes to like fruition. I think I've only done one full project with Sean, and that's the I Set Mountain Fire
Right.
project. That's the only thing that we've seen through to completion. And we did it actually here. We just like we fucking just slept in his fucking room, and we just did it all fucking day and night.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
doing stuff like that. Just hanging out for several days and grinding something out.
During the Sea Enemy Season Enemy album, it was so cool. I have these. I live in a weird house, right? It's 3 stories tall, but you go in on the middle floor. So it's like you go in here, so that's like one floor, and then there's a stair down and stair up. It's really weirdly laid out. It's really like 2 floors, but it's just like split up in a weird way. But anyway, so the stairs that go down here and up, I made like a little vocal booth by putting a duvet over the edge of the stairs,
Oh, okay.
which would cover the entrance, and then we did it in the hallway, like the hallway under the stairs, and
Hmm.
it was just so cool. That was like my favorite times ever of like making music, is just like just doing that. It was just fucking fun.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that with you.
I like that. That's cool. Speaking of just fucking fun and grinding out some
Yeah.
music, it would be weird if we didn't talk about Froggy Chair. Tell me how you remember us deciding to do Froggy Chair.
And we were just, I don't, honestly, I don't know how it came to making us a
All right.
fucking song about it.
Well,
You tell me.
it was 10 days before New Horizons came out, and we were just gushing
Yeah.
about Animal Crossing in general. And then that day, we were like, well, what if we put out an album the day that New Horizons comes out? And so that's how Froggy Chair happened. It was literally 10 days. We did the whole thing.
Yeah, and I remember the 10 days, but I don't remember how it came about. Just like that, just went, let's do it.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's the kind of shit I did with me and Sean. We'd go, let's do this, but it'd never get around to it. So that's funny.
That's the way you have to do it. Is you have to strike while the iron's hot, leap while the chair is froggy.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do a second Froggy Chair? Any chance that's gonna happen?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, but I don't think John's gonna. Just different, Just I might make some like lay down some tracks for him, and if he records them, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
see. If not, I might just release it as a Go Eskimo thing.
I might be busy. Go Eskimo? Are you sure?
Oh, Snow. No, no, no. Fuck it. Go Eskimo is for the experimentation. Snow Pharaoh, that's the good shit. That's the real, true, honest Nintendo core. None
So
of
if you
this goofy shit.
go ahead.
We will talk about that later because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's a bit weird to bring up in here. But still,
yeah. We will be doing
we
a
will
sequel one
discuss.
day. We've talked about it a lot. It'll happen eventually.
I mean, I'm surprised we haven't done it already. To be
Yeah.
honest, I would have done it long ago. So it's this motherfucker.
It's on me. Yeah, if I'm being honest, it's on me. Uh, before MFZ, are there any other Go Eskimo releases in specific that you want to speak about a little bit?
There's so much.
We counted your Bandcamp releases the last time we talked. I think there was like
That's
I
like
feel
one,
yeah,
two, three, four. Yeah, 62 releases.
60 damn two. So that was the question I was going to ask too. So maybe you can tie that in with this question, which is
Yeah.
basically your Bandcamp has a gazillion things on it. Why is that? And you kind of told me this already, but I think it bears repeating.
Okay, so basically, right, it was meant to be like a serious thing where like only serious music goes on there. 4 years ago now, my best friend in the whole world died, right? Fucking, and I'd spent like a week or so like trying to get like pictures of him because he never had social media because he was like conspiracy, like they're out to get me, all that shit. So we never had like an online presence. And so like I was trying to find like pictures that friends had uploaded. Obviously had they couldn't tag him, so I literally had to go through like people that I knew that knew him and go down their whole photos until I could find like pictures and shit. And then I was going on YouTube and getting like any videos I could salvage of him. It just got me thinking like, fuck, like we're all gonna die, you know? And I was like, I have so much stuff that I haven't released because I'm trying to be like professional. And like I wish that my friend had more social presence because like, he was all worrying about fucking like the government tracking him and shit like that and just all that kind of stuff. And like it doesn't matter, like he died, like none of that happened. Like who gives a fuck? So I wish he had like a presence so I could just go on his Facebook and just have everything there, like easy to find. And so I was like, I don't want to die. I had this like not anxiety, but I kept saying to like my girlfriend, like, there'd be like songs that'd come on, and I'd be like, this is my funeral song. If I die, play this at my funeral. I guess I had some kind of anxiety about dying. I kept saying, I feel like I'm gonna die today. I don't know why how you can feel that, like, but I just felt like the end was nigh, and I was like, I need to just like get all my stuff like out. I need to, if someone wants to fucking track down all my stuff, they can just go one place and be like, right, here it all is. I don't have to fucking dive through shit, I collect everything I could across the interwebs, and just like threw it all up there. Like I didn't really care about the integrity of Go Eskimo at that point. So that's just like all the music I've ever been a part of that I have access to has been uploaded to Bandcamp. So it's less that Bandcamp's less of Go Eskimo's Bandcamp now and more of just like Skylar Pendell music discography. Which again is why I think change my name is good. Like I remember Zachary, he was like, "Oh, looking forward to like listening to your stuff," because I kept like I'd advertise I was uploading everything on my Facebook. At that point, I only upload like a few things. And when he got back to me like a few days later, he was like, "Yeah, dude, there's so much on it. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to even look at. Like this is too much."
So that's the next question, actually. For someone who says that exactly, what is your response? What are a handful of your releases that you would recommend someone who's never
Right,
heard your music to start with?
right. So you start down at the bottom and you listen to Chest of Friends by Midnight Carnival, which has like octopuses on the front cover, like pirate octopi. That's the first thing you listen to. And then you jump up two releases to Relax, It's a Massacre. Then you jump up all the way to
It would have been
uh
hilarious if you had just listed every single one of them from the bottom to top.
no, I can't do that. No, because I need there's some that are rubbish. Like, because with this Midnight Carnival stuff, there's this album that never got made because it was like the first music I'd ever
Mm.
composed myself. So it's really bad. And then there's For Fun, which is just literally like covers and just other shit we did. And then there's the 2009 promo CD, which is CD that we gave out at fucking shows. Um, that have like they had like different intros because we were suddenly scared about copyright, so we took out all the samples.
Mm.
So you have that, and then the next release is live versions, which are different versions than the ones that are on the album,
Mm.
and then you have the album, and it's just like that's not even listing all of them, so it just gets a bit silly. So yeah, start with Chester Friends, work your way up to Relax, It's a Massacre, then go above that and listen to Sea Anemone, Season Enemy, then Condom Squid 2014 with vocals, and then you go above that to listen to The Mystical Forest Zone, Act 1, and then you skip everything until you get to Jesus, listen to Jesus O and Jesus OO, and then you found the Massacre EP, and then that's it really. That's what you need to listen to.
Ah,
Oh, Froggy Chair, Froggy Chair, Froggy
okay.
Chair. End on Froggy Chair. That's it. However, I do want to talk about Condom Squid before we move on.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually,
Do that.
first album that Go Eskimo was meant to release was Condom Squid, right? That's the thing. Like I've had that artwork for years now, and I've always wanted to use it because I think it's so fucking cool.
You're saying you had it. What
Um,
does that mean? Like in your mind, or you commissioned it, or what?
means I found it online
Okay.
and was like, "That's sick."
Okay.
I don't know who did it. It's to the point where like online, it's just everywhere. Like if you look for it, it's just like people posting it like, "Oh, that's funny." So like it's sort of like a meme, I guess. No one knows what it is anymore. But either way, I liked it. I was like, "That's cool." The artwork I was actually going to use for the first Sea Anemone Season Enemy album, which wasn't Nintendo Core at all. It was Future Core. It was gonna be like role playing as like this futuristic band from like the year 3000 or some shit, where like sort of inspired by Echo the Dolphin, where like
Hell
animals
yeah.
from the sea have grown helium sacs and now live in the sky. And like it was a story about one boy that wanted to like join them, so he put like a condom over his head and blew it up and that sort of shit. If you look, there's actually a Sea Anemone Season Enemy Facebook page, and like the bio starts off like, "Yo, we're those boys from like the year 3000." It's really really dumb, but I've left it up because every now and then I see it in my like pages and I go on
Mm.
it and I'm like, and the cover is like a 1980s version of like the future with like this sprawling metropolis and like all these cars. It's so
Hell
stupid.
yeah.
Anyway, where the fuck was I going with this? Condom Squid, right? Okay, so that was going to be my first fucking release. I was nearly done. I was honestly so nearly done. I'd not to good quality, mind you. Like if you listen back, it's really, really fucking rough. But either way, I was gonna release it as my first album, and then this kid messaged me and was like, "Yo, I like your music, but like, I think it could be improved, and I want to help you. Here's this. Sorry, it's so rough. I didn't have time to like work out all the notes properly." And I listened, and I was like, this blows my music out the fucking water. I'm like, this is so good. Like, this is what I would want my music to be like. So I was like, okay, fuck it. We're not releasing it. We're gonna get this guy to help out, and like we'll release it in the better version. And then he sort of disappeared, and I was like, fuck. I can't go back and release this album now
Mm.
with the shit quality version because he's shown me the light. And then Pete from Monomate was like, I need some fucking money. Give me some money to mix stuff. And I went, Pete, I have an album that I need mixing better than what I can currently do. Can you help me out? Can you grand battlify this thing? And he was like, yeah, dude, let's go. So I sent him all my FLPs, and he started helping out. Put guitar on a song. Then he was like, this is too much. It's like your songs are destroying my computer. Like there's too much going on. Let's not do this. So we only did one song,
Damn.
and I was back to the shit again. But then the other guy was like, "Yo, yo, yo, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. I saw that Pete was on your thing. That's sick. I'm gonna do it now." And then so he did that, and it was like I was like, "Oh, great, we're almost there." And then he disappears again, and I'm like,
Damn,
When am I
man.
gonna get this album out? I'm still waiting. We basically almost did it, but like I don't know. It's been so long now. Like it was meant to release in 2012, and it's fucking 2024.
12
There's
years late.
the last fucking song on the album. The opening line is 19 years since this journey began. And if I record it now, I'm gonna have to be fucking 31 years since this journey began. I'm just
Damn.
like, fucking hell. So Condom Squid's dead. And I
Yeah.
doubt it's ever gonna release, but like you have all the demos there, whatever.
It's good to know the story though. That
Yeah,
sucks,
the story
man.
needs to be out there because it's rattling about my brain, and I just need to,
Yeah.
you know,
Damn. Well, maybe that guy will see this and come back. My huge reach of like 500 subs. One of them's got to be him, right?
I don't want to discount him and be like, oh, he's not, he's fucking left me for dust. It's just got his own shit going on,
Yeah.
Like
Shit happens.
it wasn't malicious. Yeah, it wasn't malicious or anything. It's just like life gets busy. To be honest, like I think he wanted to take it further. Like he's a very cool guy. Like, but he had bigger plans for it. Like he'd made the songs playable on an NES, and I think he was
What?
saying like we could sell an NES cart, put it so you could use it, put it on an NES, and play the album on the fucking like the
This dude's ahead of
instrumentals.
his time. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's great. But he was also like, we should change the name of Go Eskimo because the
He's
name.
way ahead of his time.
Yeah, dude, this guy is a genius. He's fucking amazing. I love him so much. On that album, if you scroll down to Interlude, that's all played on an NES. That's not like
Oh.
software, that's hardware. But he's playing, it's insane. I was uncomfortable with like releasing it in the state that I had it in, and I wanted to work with this guy to be honest. Oh yeah, also, I think basically I'm just coming to this realization now. I think a lot of the EBE and all of the goofy stuff is more so just made while I was waiting for that to come. Yeah, So yeah, Ghost Mode was just fucked from the beginning. But like, it's alright. It's cursed, mate. The name cursed it. Spoke in vain.
All
Sure.
right, let's do it. Let's talk about MFZ. Probably your most popular release.
Definitely, definitely.
Definitely. From the beginning, where did it come from? Where did the idea come from, and what was the process?
Okay, so I was sick and fucking tired of releasing that goofy stuff, and I was like, right, time to get serious. Let's release like a real serious. I'm not sure if this was, but I think that might have been the death of EBEP.
Okay.
I think I was like, enough of this childish nonsense. Let's release like a real, true, and honest Nintendocore thing, because I was also getting fucking sick and tired of Nintendocore. Everyone around me like just abusing the name. They'd fucking like they'd put. I'm not gonna name any names, but there's a motherfucker that is transcore. He's fucking transcore, right? He writes fucking music that has like trance, like a synth sound, like a fucking saw wave in his music. And is like, yeah, I'm Nintendo Core, and I'm like, but you're not, you know. And there's so many other people that are just like, I feel don't get it, and not that like you have to get it. Like you can make music. Like if you make music and you're shit, so what? You know what I mean? You're having fun. I don't care. Like I want you to have fun. I'd rather you make shit music have fun than not at all. You know. But I just felt like there was this growing stigma of like if you mention Nintendo Core, rather than the good projects and stuff coming out, you would get this influx of like just bad stuff, and I
For
feel like
sure.
the glory days for Nintendo Core are behind us. Like if there was a timeline of stuff released, the beginning has all the good stuff, and the ending has a lot of this like crud, you know. So I was like, I want to make a serious release, and it's going to be a good release. It's going to be true Nintendo Core, like none of this trance core shit. So yeah, I started just writing. I made that MFC of the first song, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. I need to expand this. It was cool. I actually wrote that album when I was dog sitting for my nan. I had my laptop, and like every night I was just like, right, what songs do I want to write about? And I was just like getting ideas and stuff like that. Like I remember fondly like being like Super Mario RPG, fuck yeah, I'm gonna replay this game and just like get get an idea for it. Just fucking I'm just really proud of that because I wrote it in a really short space of time. But unfortunately, it's not finished. Look, it's out of my fucking control, right? The classic Nintendo Core thing happened, right? Happened to all the greats. My fucking laptop died. and I was so oh
It's a rite of passage.
yeah, it was so annoying. So how I used to write my like with EBEP, what I would do is I would use a laptop to make the music, then I would export each individual track, like all the bass, all the drums, like on their own tracks, put them on USB, stick that into my fucking iMac, and then load up GarageBand, stick all the songs in there, and I'd mix it in there using their like presets and stuff. Because I was like, oh look, it just easy, boop, you know, bass boost, let's go. And it was just a bit fucked because like the vocals were always different than because they came from like they just I record straight into the iMac for the like EBEFI stuff, and I was like this time I'm gonna mix it all in Fruity Loops. Like it's gonna be recorded in Fruity Loops. It's all gonna be made there, so it all sounds the same and sounds like clean and nice. And by that point, I'd got a lot better at mixing and shit. So I was really like, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be fucking sick. But I'm not sure what happened. Actually no. Okay, this is what happened. Uh, my fucking friend is a cunt. Right, the bassist from Midnight Carnival. He used to come around my house and he used to go on like MSN and stuff like that. Where there was this scam. If your account got hacked or whatever, there was a scam. What it would do is it'd be like, hey, like a random person would message you like, hey, I saw you in this picture. Like, is this you? Um, and it had a link, and you clicked it, and it downloaded a virus, right? And I remember specifically, he was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, that's a virus. Don't click that. He was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, that's a virus. Don't worry about it. I left the room. He downloaded the thing.
Bastard.
And so I had fucking Windows Defender, I think it was called, posing as like a antivirus thing, but it was actually giving me a fucking virus. Like, and it just fucking it keylogged me and fucked me up, right? And what I did, I was like, I can't fucking solve this. Like, I can't kill it. What I did was I have like a time machine app installed on my thing,
Yeah.
and so I clicked the button that made it go back in time a week ago. So now the virus was gone, but then when you searched it, like it still came up, and so it was laying dormant in my computer for like years, and I was like, I'm just not gonna touch it. So I think the virus broke out during this time, like 7 years later when I was writing MFZ.
Dude, you went
Honestly, one day my computer just black. You can turn it on, but it just stays black.
Hmm.
I got my friend to try and help me. He was a whiz, and he was just like dead. So my computer was fucked, and I was like, "Fuck! I've written like the best album I've ever written on the cusp of releasing it, and it's fucked." And so MFZ was like, the release that we actually got was really, really unfinished. Like, I'd been sending the tracks to a guy who was putting guitar on it. Um, Fake guitar, but still, I only had FL Slayer, but he had like fucking Contact or whatever, so it was a lot better. We'd send each other like MP3s of it. So I got together all the MP3s I'd sent to him, put his guitar tracks on, and then I just recorded vocals over it. And I was like, let's just go. And that's why it's so like tinny and horrible because like I was only exporting in like a low quality just so he had the tracks to like work with. And so it was just when I listened to that release, it's so tinny. I hate it. And it sucks because I had to mix it and shit in GarageBand. So again added that like bass boost button and so there's like not fake bass, but there's hardly any low end. And the low end that there is sort of like everything's been pushed up, and so it just sounds horrible. I think you get used to it. Like once you listen to it, you do sort of get into the zone of it a bit more. But like if you listen to anything immediately afterwards, it's really apparent that it's fucking messy. So
So,
I've just yeah. I didn't expect to go on a tangent here, but I have apparently. I'm gonna fucking re-record it, all right? And I'm gonna finish it how it's meant to be finished because like there's missing songs. If you look on the instrumentals, there's one extra song which is House of Memories, which is a re-recording of Lavender Town
hmm.
from Monpoki. So that never made it to the final release. I was so disenfranchised and so pissed off. I recorded the vocals for it. There is a vocal version, but it's just like not that good. Like it's honestly just such a rush job. Like my screams are really horrible in that album. My ex house, like the majority vocals, you could hear my voice go like And it's so many times because I was fucking I was like sick at the time, but I was like, I just want this done. I was like, I just want this out of here, you know. I was fucking emotional. I was like, just get it out there, just fucking. Ugh.
Should have done
So
your Jeff vocals at least.
yeah, I should have fucking got a cold. No, I did have a cold. We had Jeff vocals, so that's what it would have sounded like. That's your peak into
There you go.
EBEP
Yeah.
original. But yeah, I know that I can do so much better now. Like I want to redo it with real guitar, a real bass, and drums that are way more like complicated. Like it only uses like crash hi-hat, kick, snare. I want to add 4 toms into that and a china. Love that shit, boy. I did own a drum kit once, but I just bought the whole thing. Yeah, for a band that never got off the ground called No Need for Second Opinions. Not named by me. It was going to be an emo band. And if I don't know if you know, but I don't really play guitar. I was teaching the guitarist how to play
Oof.
his guitar. That's so it was going to be shocking. I'm a power chord guy at best.
Yeah.
He left his guitar here after his first lesson. I never gave it back.
Excellent.
Coincidentally, his name was John Mitchell, and the guy that I'm going to be recording MFZ with, MFZ whatever, is also called John Mitchell. So that's a nice little circle there. He produced "Take to the Skies" by Shikari,
Oh, okay.
and some other stuff that I don't know,
Okay.
but he did a lot of stuff. He's not
Yeah.
just a 2-bit fucking producer. He's good. He's legit.
Well, I've heard snippets of, work in progress versions of some things from the re-recording of MFZ, and it is sounding fucking awesome.
So that will be a Snow Pharaoh release. That will be Snow Pharaoh's first release. And there's going to be, so MZ has 11 tracks, I believe. This has 17.
Nice.
That's how beefed up it is.
Do you have a vague release window?
I do not, because this is going to be the first release that I do not from home. Like usually I just record it at home. But fuck it, let's do it. Let's make something that people look back on and go, this is great. Like, because I look back at my releases, like with EBEP, I'm like, oh, I just mixed it in GarageBand, press the bass boost button, fucking, MF said, oh my god, it's so tinny. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to look back and go, that was the best that I could have done it. Like, there's nothing I could have improved on.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to a studio. Trouble is, studios cost money, and I need to make some more money. I plan to do it in one go. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, I'm gonna record like one song a month. I plan to like work full time for like 3-4 months and then go, right, studio time, let's go, and just get it done. So this year, I feel like at the latest October, but knowing me, will probably be in 2025, but hopefully not. Like it all depends how soon I can make the money. I've made all the tracks but the Terranigma song, but actually to finish up some stuff on that. So odds are those Magirocks aren't even consumables. Is 4 minute 56, the last song on the album, the longest song on the album. It, it has got significantly longer, right? It is now 8 minutes and 18 seconds, and that
Wonderful.
is with the sample at the end. It's like, let's suppose that every night you were able to dream any dream you wanted to dream. Well, that isn't even in that. That's its own song, which comes after that, which is 2 minute 58. So
I just looked at like myself for the first time this whole time, and it looks like I'm looking in two directions. What the fuck?
oh, it's a little bit chilly, so I've just put on a t-shirt of just some little lad. Oh god, look at this.
Oh hell yeah,
So-
dude! A pompadour?
Well,
I'm
no,
jealous.
oh, I got it from some little lad sent it to me through the post after Froggy Chair. I think we struck up such a good friendship that he was like, "Yo, I should send you some of my shit. I should peddle off some of my unsold merch." It is the.
I actually sold the very last one of those yesterday. Weirdly, there was one medium that's been on my Bandcamp for like a year, and so I bought it yesterday.
I have a fuckload of smalls. I'm never ordering smalls again. And now I'm gonna fucking change my band name, so I'm not even gonna be able to sell them anyway. I'm just gonna use them as firewood in the inevitable fucking apocalypse.
Should we talk about Halloween very briefly? What is Halloween, Skyla?
Halloween is a band that, again, so you you might notice a theme. I have a lot of bands that I'm like, man, I want to make that a band, and then never do anything with. So the Halloween as a concept has been in my head for a long fucking time. Like at least 3 years prior to when we actually did it. I had this idea for a band that was like a math rock band, like basically American football, but we sing about Halloween shit. And I had this idea to like, cause I was gonna do it by myself, right? Because I was like, no one wants to do it with me. Um,
That's a dream.
I
That
was,
I mean, obviously I'm into the idea, but American football plus Halloween. Oh my god, yes.
um, because I love Halloween, boy. I was like, oh, I can make like fake members. Like maybe I can make it like a gorilla sort of band where it's like there's like not real people in the band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had these names like Tomby Deadwood and Sampire and all these like puns for shit. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, they'll be the band members. Yeah. And I was like, never gonna do anything with it. And then I started seeing Carl post online like, oh, I've got a new guitar. And I was like, oh, dude, this is what I wanted to do for Halloween, dude. And I was like, let's make music. When are we going to make music? On every post he did, whenever he uploaded a video of him doing guitar, I was like, let's make music. Come on, blah, blah, blah. And eventually he was like, all right, I'll do it. He's apparently a fan of Eskimo, but I never knew of him beforehand. He said that a friend showed him the Mystical Forest Zone, and he doesn't know which friend it was, but they introduced him to Eskimo, and I'm like, how crazy is that? Like, I've been to fucking Disneyland with Carl now. Like, if I hadn't released the album, tell you what, no, if this things do happen for a reason. If I hadn't have lost that album, if my friend hadn't got a virus on my computer, I wouldn't have lost my fucking songs, which means I wouldn't have recorded that shitty version, which means that people wouldn't be listening to that maybe at that specific time, which means that Carl might never have interacted with me, which means I would have never hired him for the Hello Weekend, which might even mean that we might not be talking now. So there you go. Thank you, friend that got a virus. No, thank you, developer of the virus.
There we go.
I've known Dom for years. Dom is actually a massive fan of Midnight Carnival. Funny enough, when Midnight Carnival broke up, he texted his girlfriend, who's a big My Chemical Romance fan, and was like, "Oh my God, MC are breaking up," and she was like, "What?" She was like, "We was like, I was like, didn't think you'd be so vocal about this," and she
Yeah.
was like, "They're my favorite band." It's like, "Oh no, MC Midnight Carnival, not MCR."
That's funny.
So Dom came into picture because, well, this is so funny because it was like I was making I didn't realize how many cross wires there were with everything. It's so weird. But so I was making Hello Weekend with just Carl, and then whilst we were making Froggy Chair, um, I think you offhand mentioned like, oh, like what are you doing today? And I'm like, oh, I'm working with this other band I got going on, this Halloween band. And you was like, I mean, I like Halloween. I was like, you wanna come in? So then I invited you to the fucking group chat, and then I think we were just like, Carl was meant to do the bass, but he couldn't borrow his friend's bass, maybe or something, or whatever. Either way, I was like, I know a guy that has a bass, and I was like, Dom, do you want to do bass for this Halloween band? And that's how Dom came in the band.
And hey, we're not a band that's done nothing. Halloween has two proper releases, right?
One. We
One,
have one
one
proper release and one,
improper,
yes,
indecent.
one improper. Yeah. Because some motherfucker decided to mix it himself and put him at the forefront. Shut the fuck up, all right? I'm not
There
sure
we
if
go.
you've been listening, right? If Carl has listened to this, right? Fucking listen to this, right? Halloween is all of our band, but it's my fucking band, all right? My fucking band. I'm the leader, all right? It's my fucking idea. I named the fucking band. I got us all together. It's me, all right? That's the only reason it exists. And look, John, you do drums. Dom does the bass. Carl does the guitar and most of the songwriting. Well, all the songwriting, really.
If we're being honest.
Um, I mean, Dom did a few or did one at least by himself completely on the second improper release, but still, and I do the vocals and the lyrics. I know we all do vocals, but like that's the only thing I'm doing.
Right.
Like if I'm not on the fucking vocals, then I'm not in it. Like, and so if I show people the improper release, I go, this is my band. They're gonna go, what part do you play? And I'm going, I'm on vocals, and they're gonna go, that doesn't sound like you. And I'm like, that isn't me. And that's, are you in this band? Yes, I fucking am on the first and only release, right? The second one is demos. I don't give a fuck what you say.
All
You
right.
stupid fucking, where's he from? West Virginia. You fucking West Virginian. Fuck.
All right. This is the energy I was expecting from you the whole time. I'm surprised. I guess I should have known that mentioning Kyle is what would.
Well, look, I'm trying to turn for new leaves. I'm trying to be serious, right? This is the goof coming out,
All right.
right?
I see. I see.
Fucking Carl, I swear to God, I'll fucking wring his neck. The stupid fucking West Virginian. Fuck.
So what is it? What is Go Eskimo Live or Snow Pharaoh Live like?
It's basically karaoke,
Okay.
but with songs you don't know and can't sing along to. A lot of movement. I'm not a big fan of staying still. Like a lot of bands have like zero stage presence.
Yeah, that sucks.
Because they're like, they're like, oh, I'll make the songs like as close to the album as possible. But I'm like, fuck that. You know, this is a party. Like we have the album, we could listen to it. I don't care if you're off pitch or like whatever. You know, run around, have some fun with it. You know, let's go. We're all here. Like we know the songs. Don't worry, it's fine. Like if you suck live, don't worry about it. So a lot of like running around. Not to say that I'm shit live and I'm trying to cover it by doing this. I actually think I'm all right live. Like high energy. Yeah, I think I do the best of both worlds, really. If you watch my videos, like I have a few online. I don't think they're bad. I think they're all right.
Yeah.
That's it, really.
I agree that performance is more important than like your presence is more important than
Yeah,
recreating the music one to one.
yeah.
People paid to see a show, so put on a show. Yeah. Um, yeah. Any weird things that happened at shows or
The first show we ever did, like we posted our songs online, like this Midnight Carnival, and some guy was just like, "Do you want to play a show in like a town 2 hours away?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we got there, and it's at the back of a fucking restaurant. Like it was a Thai restaurant. We walk through. There's like the customers eating, and then we go through like this door into another room, and it's almost like I don't know, a second dining area with a stage, but no one's eating there. Um, and we'd been booked, right? So he booked us, paid us our first ever show. I was like 15. It was like an open mic night with a band at the end. And so
that's weird.
there was like, it was fucking weird. But there was a few acts. There was like, I think it was two comedians. And one of the comedians was like, he started talking, they had a joke about periods. And he was talking to, like, directing at this one girl. And was like, you know what it's like when you're on your period, blah, blah, blah. And like sort of laying into her a bit. And he also, this is irrelevant, but I have to mention it just for prosperity. He had this joke about, you know, that Band-Aid song, you know, war is over now. Oh, no, maybe it's not that Band-Aid song. Maybe it's there's a line in one of those Band-Aid songs or something, a Christmas song that's like, do they know it's Christmas, like when it's snowing? And he was like, of course they fucking don't. The only snow they get in Africa is the snow on Mount Kilimanjaro. And like, everyone was just like, it was awful, and it cleared the fucking room.
Ooh, good.
So we was gonna go on, and the guy that was organising it, a rad dude named Cappy, was like, before you go on, can we like just jam? Like, can we borrow your bass and jam? So that like for an hour, these guys like jammed, right? I'm 2 hours away from home.
Oh
It's
my
like
god.
12 a fucking clock. It's 12 a.m. and I still haven't played, right? And these guys are fucking up our instruments, and then we're like, fuck. And so we go on like, and there's probably like 10 people in the room max, and I'm just like, oh, it was fun. Like we played that show also exists online. It's private right now, but maybe I'll unprivate it. But it was the first show I ever played, and it was
Oh, so you
like
have that whole show?
weird. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Another like interesting one. So there was this festival that played. I think it was called Red Fest, and they were like they messed like we did band practice every Wednesday, and they slept over my house. And so we wake up one morning, and the guitarist is like, she's got a fucking message on like the band page, and it's like they want us to play a show like in half an hour. And I was like the band pulled out and they needed a band. I was like, accept it, let's go. And so we got like we went over there, still in our pajamas. We played a fucking set in our pajamas, and it was so cool. There was like
That's
it was
awesome.
under this it was under this tent, and I just remember like it was so wet outside, and like we were just like running around the fucking tent. It was so fucking cool. Oh god, it was honestly there's some really cool fucking stories. I'm just gonna go through them quickly. The show we used to play, this venue, St James's, it has like a downstairs bar and then an upstairs bar. I think what they used to do is like play different music on different floors. Um, they would book bands for the top floor because it had a stage there. But there was a fucking like trap door, like a massive trap door. I'm talking like a fucking like cathedral door in the floor because um, they used to like in the old days like put barrels down there or some shit like that. And anyway, so during one of our sets, like everyone's fucking like jumping. Oh god, the bassist, I think, like he was like, everyone, like stop jumping, and the bassist, I don't know why, went fuck off, and then the guy, the guy was like, you fucking swear one more fucking time, like, and I'm going dragging you off the stage. And I was like, fucking hell. But yeah, so there was a really real threat of like the floor just opening up and like depositing people into this fucking just like I think it was honestly like a 20-foot drop.
To the first floor or to like a storage area?
No, to like to the first floor.
Holy shit.
Because that high ceiling on the first floor, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, it's really cool when you like I fucking like you saying earlier with like fans that don't interact. So yeah, I was once playing this show and like there were people that I didn't know prior, you know. And they were like singing the songs like, are you gonna play this song? I'm like, yeah, and it was just so fucking cool
Right.
to like have that sort of like fuck, like these people have actually come to like see me, and that's fucking sick. Because I think even now, I feel like whenever I play, I'm like, no one cares, like no one's here for this, like I'm still trying to make shit happen. So it's nice when you have people that are like, it's happened, you know.
Right.
Um, and that was actually the show I got paid fucking 90 squid for that, 90 quid. That's a lot in American. That's fucking like 180 quid. That's a lot for
Hell
one
yeah.
show for like someone that's just starting out and shit.
Yeah, it's good shit, man.
Humble brag, humble brag.
And he's hydrated.
Yeah,
What
and I can remake any song, as you'll hear on MSZ later on this year, hopefully.
what can't
Give
he
me some
do?
money.
So, moving off of music and into the off of core and into Nintendo, you might say.
Mhm.
Spout off some of your favorite games ever, like top 5 ish. Doesn't have to be in order unless you have that ready. But
I mean, Earthbound obviously is very big in my heart. Yumi Nikki. Oh God, I fucking love that game. Oh God. Um, Banjo Kazooie. I used to fucking, I used to think I was fucking Banjo Kazooie. I don't know how to explain it,
you need
but
to though.
when I see Banjo, I go, it's like seeing a baby picture. I'm like, that's me. uh,
Okay.
I was like, one year, I was like, Mum, can you get me a shark tooth necklace and yellow shorts? And she was like, I can't really find the yellow shorts. I was like, they must be yellow. You know, I need like, not khaki. I need yellow. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I just feel like I am Banjo. I don't know how to explain it, but look.
I saw that earlier when you were
I
setting us
see,
up. So cool.
I see him, and I go, look, blue eyes. Look, we both have blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
We're both bears. and we both starred in a Nintendo game called Banjo-Kazooie.
This is like POV getting
Fuck.
strangled by Skylah. All right, cool.
This is where it gets hard because now I've got fucking.
I mean, if that's it, if those are the top
No, no,
spots,
no, no, no. I'm scared about putting any more down because then I've got two spaces left now, but I'm like, fuck, I might need three.
it's okay. It's okay.
But
You can do. You can go over.
fucking, I love Starfox 64. Fuck me, I love that game.
Hell
It's
yeah.
so good. Funny story about that, right? Halfway through the system, I used to get stuck, or like I would just never play enough because like it takes a while to get through it all, you know. And I think like I'd have to go somewhere or something, so I never got that far in it. One one day I'm playing. I think I wanted some food or something, and my dad was in, and I was like, Dad, Dad. Pause the game. I look around the house, and I'm like, Where is Dad? Like, Dad's gone. And then I hear like voices of like, if you ever find yourself alone, like, call the police. So I was like, oh God, I'm alone. Turn off the N64. I run to the phone and I'm like, I phone the police and I'm like, hello, I'm alone. Like, I don't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I don't know what the fuck I expected, but anyway. And then here's some commotion in the garden, and I'm like, I'm not alone. I found my dad. And he was with a friend, like building a fence or something. And they're like, "Can I speak to him?" And I'm like, "Okay, Dad. I've
The
I've got
police want to
someone.
talk to you.
You know, the police want to talk to you." And he's like, "What?" And I went, "I phoned the police, and they want to talk to you." And I was just like, "Oh, what a fucking idiot!"
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's whenever I get to the. Oh, it's Macbeth. That's what the level of Macbeth. Whenever I get to that level, I'm like, don't pause it and phone the police. Just fucking keep playing, you know?
That's awesome.
Um, fucking hell. Oh God, what a donut. Right. What other favorite game? I'll tell you what. I'll do five, but with one honorable mention.
Okay.
Okay. So
Can't hug every game.
can
Can't.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Hell
Fuck,
yeah.
I love that game. That game means a lot to me. To be honest, Sonic means a lot to me in general. I know I was saying I look like, or I feel like I'm Banjo, right?
Uh huh.
My first console was the Sega Genesis, and it was a hand-me-down from my uncle who had got like another system. I'm not sure it was a Dreamcast or whatever, but he got another system, and that he gave that to me. So that was my first like console, and I played Sonic a lot. And he said one day, he said, um, "Every day I see you, you look more and more like Sonic because you're just playing it." And I'm just like I was like, oh yeah, that's so cool. As an adult, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, was my like pupil like merging into one? Was I like growing like a muzzle here? And I was like, well, maybe he was like just tripping balls, man. Yeah, so Sonic has a really special place in my heart. I used to go to this website called the Mystical Forest Zone, which is where that name comes from. It was like a spriters thing, like it's like a sprite resource, so everyone would like rip sprites from games
Mm.
for animations for like Newgrounds and stuff. But everyone had their own characters and shit, and like the OCs. So like I spent a lot of time there, and then and then it like burnt down and the forums disappeared and everyone lost contact and shit. But like that's always held like a special place in my heart. So like although there's no Sonic song on MFZ, like the whole album, The Mystical Forest Zone, is like that's why it's called that.
Okay. That's cool. I didn't know
And
that.
it's really fucking cool because they actually recently like brought the website back up, and this closed in like 2007 or something, maybe even before, maybe like 2000 fucking six, I don't know, but it closed down a long time ago. But recently, like I think 2020, recently, um, they put the website back up, right, and in their blog post of like, oh, like hello, like, not that we're back, but just to say like we've put it up for like archival purposes.
Mm.
They were like, we didn't really realize how much this place meant to people. Like, there's even like a metal album that's been made about this, and I was like, no.
Nice.
I was like, you didn't. And I clicked the link, and I'm like, that's my album. I'm
That's
like, oh my
awesome.
god, because my favorite thing is when like Like people talking about you without you telling them to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's fair enough if I go, John, check out this, and you go, fuck, that's cool. Like that's like I've made that happen. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Whereas if someone comes up to me and they're like, I love your shit, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? That's great.
Yeah.
Then that's so much better. So
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
I don't know, it's cool. So
I
that's so Sonic means a lot to me.
Yeah, that game.
um,
I would not call myself a Sonic fan, but that game, I think I told you this before we started recording, but I bought a Sonic Adventure 2 Battle shirt yesterday.
yeah, you did, you
Yeah.
did. To be honest, yeah. So I am a Sonic fan, but not really. I feel like if you say list 5 good Sonic games, I'd be like, that's impossible. You can't do that. 5 good Sonic games do not exist. You know, there's Sonic Adventure 2 Battle or Sonic Adventure 2, whatever. I guess Sonic uh, Adventure. Oh, fuck,
Adventure.
I've actually I've got to go in 15 minutes, so we
Oh,
can
okay.
wrap this up. I actually fucking like Sonic way more than Mario because I can't play Mario now. I've played Sonic because I when I play it, I feel like I'm playing Sonic and I'm like trying to live by the one ring rule.
Hmm.
And so like a Goomba will just fucking walk into me and I'm like, "Well, the fuck are you dead?" I'm like, "I just got a coin." It just fucks me off. Fuck Mario.
That's
Mario
funny.
sucks. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, okay, number 6 is Super Mario Sunshine. What a game, boy. What a game.
Yeah, Sunshine's great. I think the public has turned their back on that game a little bit.
They're
Uh,
dickheads. I fucking right. I love when games are like seamless almost. And with that game, I'm like, look, this is a believable universe. Like, there's that level. There's that level. Like, it all makes sense in my head, right? I fucking hate when stuff doesn't make sense. Like Galaxy pisses me off. I'm like,
yeah.
what are you talking about? All these little planets. What do you mean? Like,
Mm.
shut up. Fuck Galaxy. Fuck Galaxy 2. Um, fuck
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey. It's okay. It's the little vignettes where I can be like, this is just like a sandbox for me to play. This is like a little,
Hmm.
there's a vignette of an area. It doesn't really exist, you know?
Sunshine,
Um,
yeah, definitely the most cohesive Mario game. Like,
like I really like that, and that's fine if you don't
yeah,
look. You don't have to like it. I'm not saying that that's the end all be all of what makes a game great, but they're the things I like. You know what I mean?
yeah, I still love Sunshine. Fuck the hater.
So I think Sunshine is the best. I don't really care what anyone says. It's the best game. I play it almost every year. Summer, I'm like, oh, actually, no, I don't play it in summer. I play it in winter when I'm like, I need some summer vibes, boy.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's number 6. And
There
now the
you go.
honorable mention. Well, oh, the honorable mention was Splatoon. Fuck
Okay.
me, I played that game so much when it came out. I don't know. I just so with gaming, right? I get upset. I used to play games a lot as a kid, like a lot, to the point where I would like brandish, like I'd go, yeah, I was a gamer. Like my first, I didn't have an MP3 player as a kid. I used to have my Game Boy, and I'd attach my headphones to it and play Pokemon, just like walk around different areas to listen to those songs. Um, and that was my MP3 player. That's just what I did. And so like I would class myself as like a very big gamer, like into gaming before it was popular, like just live, breathe, eat it. Like I fucking love it. I am Banjo, you know, that bullshit. I don't as I grew up, I'm playing games less and less, but I'm like, yeah, I'm still gamer.
Right.
But then I was psyched for Smash Bros. And I was like Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I played it, and I was like yeah, I fucking love this game as a kid. Woo, I'm gonna have so much fun. And I played it and I really tried, and I was just like, I'm not having fun. Like I don't care about this game. And I just realized that like I enjoyed it a lot as a kid because I played it with friends, and now that I was just like alone in a room playing it, and I was just like, don't really care if I beat up this guy and win. Like, woo, I won. You know. So I was just, and I've just bought so many games where I've had that kind of feeling. You know,
Mm.
where I've been like, oh man, this sucks. Like, I don't enjoy this anymore. And like, I do think games are worse than they were today. They look a lot better, but I feel like they just play a lot worse. You know, like Diddy Kong Racing is sick. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is alright. It looks good, but like if you update the graphics for Diddy Kong Racing, I feel like that would be the better game. So I've always felt like this thing of like, am I becoming like a cynic? Like, do I just hate? Like, is it because I'm older now and like I'm just looking at it from a cynical standpoint? Like with that whole playing Smash Bros as a kid, do I am I like, oh, Melee is the best because I felt good when I was playing it, whereas now I
Yeah.
feel bad. So objectively, it's bad. But then I watched the Toon trailer and I was like, fuck. I was like, I vibe with this. I like it. And I played it and I was just like, fuck, I'm having lots of fun with this. And I honestly, I played it like every fucking day for like a year, I feel like at least.
Damn.
Even if I was on it for just like, just jump on, play a game or two and jump off. I just really fucking loved it. Like, and it wasn't just about like the gameplay. Like I vibed with the world so much. Yeah, I think I was just like, fuck, this has restored my faith. Like I'm not a cynical bastard. Like
Yeah.
I just like games that try. You can enjoy whatever game you want and shit, but like with the Mario series, for example, I feel like they don't really want to deviate too much. Like if you look at like the first Paper Mario, there's so many different characters and like things going on. There's things exclusive to that series, and they weren't afraid to like experiment. Whereas with like the newest one, everything is like standard. You know what I mean? It's like there's just like toads. There's no like fucked up toads.
I
You know what I mean?
think I think like rules, like a set of rules, literally leaked for the new Paper Mario, and they were
Yeah,
super lame. It was like bombs have to like they can't look different. They have to be little black bombs, and
yeah,
they can't wear clothes. Like yeah, Paper Mario's been neutered a lot. That's a perfect example.
yeah. So I feel a lot of games are like that, where they're like they don't want to deviate too much. Like they found the winning formula. Why
Yeah.
would they? And I get that as a business, why would you want to deviate from a tried and true practice? Like that's fine, but like, as a consumer, it just means that I enjoy it less. You know, like oh, it fucks me off so much. Like the worst fucking thing in gaming history. This is the travesty that Bowser was gonna be real. Oh God, I can't believe that Nintendo actually were like, let's make Bowser a thing before Bowser was even a thing, and they decided no. Oh God, it's a travesty. It's a travesty. I can't fuck it. It look honestly, because the ending of fucking oh fucking Odyssey's an alright game. Like it's cool, whatever. But it's just it's all right. Like I'm never gonna play that again. Like I don't give a fuck about it. Like I'm gonna play Super Mario Sunshine at least 10 more times in my life.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna touch Odyssey again. Like I just don't want to. I don't care about it. I would touch Splatoon, but I can't anymore because it's fucking we're now on Splatoon 3 and they don't support the first one, I believe.
Yeah.
Either way, that's why Splatoon's an honorable mention
All right.
because I feel like it restored my faith in well gaming, but also myself.
Well, that's a good reason for it to make the list. One more video gamey question that I have to ask. We talked about Mon Poke. The other
Yeah.
guy's miserable. Let's say that we're in the Pokemon world. Pokemon's real. You're not miserable. Hit me with your team. Who are your six? And you can have one legendary, but you don't have to.
Shit. I should be ready for this question. But I'm not. So Raichu was my favorite Pokemon for ages, right? Oh God, and I hate this as well because when I told people that, they would be like, "Oh, you're just trying to be different by saying like Pikachu, but not Pikachu." I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, he's my fucking. I actually love him. Like he's cool. Like he's orange and weird. I love that." Anyway, so Raichu is my favorite Pokemon, right? Yeah, boy. I had that exact fucking doll.
Hell
So
yeah.
he's my favorite. Wait, this whole ceiling was Pokemon cards, but they've since fallen off.
Ah. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Cool.
Every now and then they fall down. Legit, there's a cheese plant there, and the latest one that fall down was a Pikachu. Here it is, but I was keeping it in the phone. So Raichu was my favorite, but then a Alolan Raichu came along, and I was like, it's psychic and electric, and it looks way cuter than the other one, and it surfs on its tail. I was like, whoa,
He's
new
pretty dope.
favorite, Alolan Raichu.
All
I
right.
love that shit. So that one, Alolan Raichu is one. Two, I really love. I don't have to say its name properly, but Rune Rigus, maybe? Not the sarcophagus, the one that's based on like Norse runes. Rune Rigus. Runerigus, I think.
Oh shit! This is a newer. See, this is what I got. I haven't. I don't know this
You've not
guy.
seen him. He's fucking sick, right? So I love like Norse mythology,
Okay.
and he's based on like a Norse grave thing. Like it's so cool. Anyway, I love that guy. He's fucking sick. So that's my number two, Rune
All
Rigus.
right.
Third, what has happened here? Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh fuck. Oh my god. I just dropped my fucking phone. 1 minute. Oh my
Uh-oh,
god.
folks.
Where is the camera? What is
Uh
going on?
oh.
Oh my god. Right, there we go. Fuck. So, this would be my third.
Is that
Fucking
real?
Mummy. No, it's not. But it should be,
Okay.
right?
It does look fucking cool.
Look. Look at that. Look. That's better than anything. If someone told me, right, you can have that Pokemon or you can have the whole of the last two generations exist, I'd be like, that one, please. Fuck the last two generations of Pokemon.
Well, hold on. Who's
Fucking
Runrigus from, or whatever his name is?
Yeah, he's from Sword and Shield.
Well, at least something decent looking came out of those games.
that's that's my favorite Pokemon.
Okay.
That's my favorite fucking Pokemon. Mummion. I love it.
Fucking eat
Ghost
it,
type
Reggie.
Eevee. Fucking love it.
You can have a legendary if you want, but only one.
Probably Celebi. I really, really dig Celebi.
All right.
I love that. So that's four. Two more. Jesus Christ. Oh, I guess look, Magma. I don't know why. Magma's never been my favorite Pokemon at all, right? In Pokemon Blue, I went crazy. I don't know what I was on as a kid. I named my character Link. I'd never ever played Legend of Zelda. I was just
Okay.
like, that's a cool game that all the cool guys play. Link. And then that was like, right, what do you want to call your Squirtle? Link.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then when I caught a Magma, I was like, he needs a badass name. Cutie.
What?
Cutie.
Hell yeah.
And then, right, I caught another Magma and I had a whole team of Magmars. I don't know why. I don't know why. He's not particularly great. I just had a whole team of Magmars. If you go through my fucking Hall of Fame on Pokemon Blue, there's entries upon entries of Magma, teams of Magma. Honestly, I don't know what the
I
fuck
respect that
was up.
dedication, though.
So yeah, so I have an affinity with Magma. Cutie.
Cutie. All
Love
right.
it. And then when Magby came out, I was like, he
Now he's
is
cutie.
cutie. So that was one of my favorite Pokemon for ages. Don't know. Another weird thing. Oh, is it here? Honestly, that's about to. No, LSDJ. No. Where's Pokemon Blue? Fuck. Oh, I know you're around here somewhere. What I wanted to show you was my Pokemon Blue. So if I find it, put it in.
Okay.
But my Pokemon Blue, I don't know what happened, but like something melted to the back of my Pokemon Blue, and it smells lovely. So whenever I go through my drawer and I see Pokemon Blue, I go, and I'm like, yeah, boy. Oh wait. I think it might be here.
He can smell it.
It's always close by. Oh
I
God.
still have my childhood red version, and funny enough, I think it had toothpaste on it at one point, and I think it smells kind of good too.
Does it have like a mark on it?
You see how beat up this boy is? He's kind of blurry, but we both have scratch and sniff Pokemon cards. That's pretty cool.
Oh wait, okay. I found crystals down here, so that means that Blue must be nearby. 102 Dalmatians.
Do you have to go in a minute? You said 15 minutes.
I do, but fuck it. Fuck, I'm balling. Is this it? It's Pokemon Blue. Woohoo, boy.
We found
I've got it right. Right. Let's see if this bad boy still smells. It's been a while. This isn't my Blue.
What?
This isn't.
Give it the sniff.
No, it doesn't smell. I used to get old people's Game Boys.
Old people?
No, I don't. No.
You like go to
I
the
used
old
to get.
folks' home and beat them up and take their Game
No,
Boys?
this is the one.
This is the
This
one.
is it. This is my boy. This is my fucking boy. All right, so we can get those pictures. So mine is less beat up than the other one.
Notably, yeah.
Anyway, look. The mysterious sludge on the side. You see it,
I do.
and it still smells. Right. Now let me try and articulate this smell. It's sweet. I've never tasted it. Should we do it? Taste
I
test.
think this is the time. Yeah.
This is, isn't it? Like, It's just kind of salty from years of dirt. But it still smells. That's great. Oh, that's brilliant.
Wonderful.
I feel like it was air freshener that got in. I don't know what's in my head, but in my head it's like air freshener. That's what got in it. I
Paranormal.
don't know what this is. Look.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know, but never clean it off.
No, I never will because that's mine. Yeah, that means
Yeah.
so. That takes me back. That's like my time machine. You know.
For sure.
I look at that and I go, I'm transported back to my like childhood room.
We'll wrap things up. I'll give you the floor. What do you want people to do? Where should they go to follow you?
I want people to give me money.
Give this man money.
No, but seriously, give me. I want to fund this album. I want people to fund this album for me. No, like, I feel bad about asking, but I'm like, I do want people to give me money, but I want to do like I'm not gonna do like a donation thing. People can donate if they want, but I think I want to push like a pre-order thing, so that like you pay for it beforehand, so that like I have the money to make it, and then you'll get it delivered to you. That sort of stuff, just like an insurance thing, like oh yeah, we will be buying this, and if not, you have the money.
There you go.
So we've bought it technically.
First buyer right here, and maybe it'll come to me instead of Kyle this time.
Now I'll send it to Carl, and then
Please don't.
But look, just go on the Ghostmo page, and there it should be there. Should be a link. No, fuck it. Down there in the description, there will be a link to my new Facebook page. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, go give him a like. You're starting a fresh page.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, it's important. Let's get them numbers up, everybody. If you're still here at this point, it's the least you can do.
Not sure anyone uses Facebook anymore. Yeah.
You still have to have one. Got to cover your bases.
Where else am I gonna go? I mean, I want to make like a Twitter or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to promote yourself in 2024. I'll get a TikTok.
That's what you have
To be honest, maybe I will. Maybe I will get a TikTok, just see what happens. Because I do want to make some like behind the scenes shit in like the studio and shit.
I would love that. And hey, Froggy Chair is on TikTok, and people have used it in TikToks.
Really?
People have used the songs from Froggy Chair on their TikToks. Yeah, it's a real thing.
Link to me some, please.
Anything we forgot? Anything else you need to put out there into the universe?
Nah, but I want to do this again.
I think we need to, because we had to skip around a little bit. So I'll have you back on at some point, for sure.
Yeah.
We'll kiss on the Froggy Chair. We'll fix it in post. We'll make us kiss. That'll be the end of it.
Yeah, do it.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on and for being awesome and making good music, and I'll talk to you soon.
No worries. Thank you for being you. Yeah, I will see you later. Oh my God, can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
My girlfriend is calling because I'm 10 minutes late to pick her up.
Oh, shit. All right.
Bye.
Update. I checked my game and everyone's dead. Cutie's dead. Link's dead. The army of Magmars is dead. Cutie's fucking dead. Alright? He's dead. He died. They're all really dead. Rest in peace. Goodbye. I'm sorry. Dead. All gone. So, sorry there's no pictures. Wah, wah, wah.
Thanks for watching till the end. You're a true homie. Let the guests know how rad they were. Go support them. I have lots of other Nintendocore videos on this channel, so look around if you haven't. You can check out my music here or anywhere else where music lives. I'm on Patreon and will die of happiness if you support me. You'd get exclusive music, update videos, we can hang on Discord and play Smash together. It's a good time. Thanks again. You're the best. Bye!